Right, I'm going to give you a walk around the subwoofer box. Take you down, bring you over, let's have a look. So the other night we were interrupted by a fire alarm, which was unfortunate. It also made me realise how late it was, so I went home. I came back yesterday and sanded out some of the poor finish that I had created. Mostly like this. This has come about because I used a brush-on MDF sealer, and I thought that when I hit it with the high build primer, that would be enough to eliminate these brush marks that are under there. They don't look exactly like brush marks right now because they've been sanded slightly. And there were a few other areas like this along here was particularly bad. There was a build-up of dust and dry overspray that had then been painted in. I hadn't realised. The light in my house isn't as good as this. Yesterday when I came round, it was still slightly soft, the paint, so it has balled up in places and it was causing me a few issues, so I didn't finish the job, and this is why we're back today. So you can go back on here and do try not to be a nuisance. That would be great. Thank you. So, would I have shown you this the other night? Probably not. This is my sanding pad kit, bought off the onlines, and they're designed around a round pad, and you fold it up the sides. So I suppose a lot of body shops use dual action sanders that use the 6-inch round discs, and someone has made this kit. It's called the Fast Mover Automotive Refinishing Kit. Can't remember where I bought it, just online somewhere. Classic car something or other supplier. Standard block, as you might recognise. It's not a 3M one though, so I'm not sure if this is even worth the rubber it's made from. Same idea, 6-inch circle wrap around. A dot, I'm not quite sure what they expect you to put on there, but there you go, little dot. And 2 long boards, one rigid and one not so rigid, so it'll conform to your rounded surfaces. All that, 25 quid. Not bad, I thought. For the time being, I'm just using this one. Okay, so this top surface, I don't know why the top surface was so bad, but it was. Right, now I've talked to you for a bit. I'm going to put the heater back on. It's pretty noisy and disruptive, so I put it off to be able to speak to you. Going to try using the air duster to blow the accumulation out of the sandpaper. See if that works. I don't believe I've ever tried compressed air on it before, so I don't know if this is going to be any good. but we'll give it a shot. Right, pressure's at 8 bar. 8 bar? 8 bar. So it says. Ooh, that might be the way. Oh, well, that might be first thing. Don't particularly want to be trailing my sleeves over the surface the whole time, particularly because these overalls, as I think I mentioned last episode, are not quite as clean as I thought they were. Should have taken them home and washed them at the time. Okay, we're not going to go crazy with this because I am hoping to get some more paint on here tonight. Maybe even the lacquer as well. This is a 400 grit sandpaper. It's doing a bit of work, not too much. I think it's about where I want to be. Maybe ideally I'd come down to a 320 or maybe a 240. 240 is probably a bit harsh, a bit rough and ready. For those not in the know, the higher the number means the finer the sandpaper. You can think of it as how many grains of sand could you put through a hole at once. So the more grains of sand you could put through a hole, the finer and smaller each grain must be. So higher number, finer sandpaper. Try and remember that. Won't be a quiz. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm loving that. I could be wet sanding potentially, because I think the surface is nicely sealed now. It's got 3 or 4 coats of MDF sealer, plus at least 3 coats of primer of 2 different colours. And a dab of paint. So it should be waterproof enough to use wet and dry with water, but I've got this thing at the moment. I've got these round pads. See how far we get. It's not getting everything off the surface. Okay. That's really good though. Now this face Because I drive a saloon with a fixed parcel shelf, and this is going to be underneath the parcel shelf, chances are you'll never see that surface. But actually I think it's going to look okay anyway. This is the surface you'll see the most, this and this one, you'll see the most of. Someone's just come into another unit. I'm going to make sure my bike sign's in the way. Yeah, guy way up there. I don't think I've met him. I've only met a couple of people who also have units in this place. It's just sort of random, you know, who's there. I'm here after work on a Tuesday night. It's sort of halfway between my work and my home, so it's no bother for me to stop off and just get a quick hour in. Limited mostly by my need to go to the toilet. Number ones are okay, number twos are, well, you'd just rather not. So while I think an extractor is the way to go, I'll probably mount something high up with something akin to a kitchen cooker hood, really high up, completely out of the way, and then bring it down into a tent, hang some, make it so I can hang some fabric off it or something. Maybe not fabric, maybe a plastic of some kind, to make a tent for spraying in. It'll extract up through a filter and hopefully avoid the problem I had last time, which was, I believe, probably just too many particulates in the air, and so the smoke detectors thought there was a fire. I think that's what happened. An extractor should solve that. I think we can work around it tonight if I do any spraying by just turning the spray gun way down. I was messing about with it last time, got a bit leery, turned it up a bit too much, and I think that's the root of my problems. When I went back and looked at the video, I could see that the first little spray that I didn't really generate that much in the air. I could see it up there, but you couldn't. But then the second batch, you could really see it thickening up. So I think as long as I'm careful and sensible, I think we'll be okay. It's no great hardship, this bit of extra sanding. I've never yet managed to do a paint job that I wasn't stopping halfway through to take out. I mean, usually it's paint runs, isn't it? This time it's just the fact that I was too lazy in preparing the surface before spraying. was a lovely surface before I sealed it with that brush sealer, which had to be done, of course. Maybe next time I'll bring that stuff down here and spray that out the gun as well. That might be the answer. Well, it might be an answer. So I sort of have some opportunities to be lazy here again. The tricky bits are the corners, internal corners, where it's difficult to get the sandpaper right into the corner. That's tricky. It's also going to be the bit that's hardest to see. So the temptation just to get real lazy is strong. Just going to check you are recording. Yeah, looks like it. 16 minutes in. And it will be 16 minutes roughly for you because I don't edit these videos. They're long-winded. Okay, I've over-sanded in this corner, that's left a mark, like a groove, got some roughness on those areas that I can't get into with this block. This face, now then, I suppose we'll do a bit, but I don't want to take too much paint off this face, because that's where I'm going to be getting a hold of it. I want that to be quite thick with paint, in case there's any scuffs, scrapes, scratches, etc. I would like the finish to be somewhat decent. See, we're straight through to primer? Yeah, I think that's just primer. I don't think it's the MDF yet. That's disappointing. I am going to shortcut this. I kind of just want it finished. I'm not that bothered about the finish. So yeah, maybe it'll just end up getting the rough treatment. There's a couple of areas straight away, you know, I should have had an extra pass of filler, would have been better, but trying to economise on time. Oh, I can see there where, as I'm sanding, you can tell that it's lightening. Yeah, you couldn't really see the line there before between where this top board is and then the rear board comes up and butts underneath. You couldn't see that line before. You probably could. I couldn't. And now it's clearly visible, so there's obviously a bit of a ridge there still in the filler. I'd say not my best work, but I'm not sure that's true. I've not seen any runs or sags. That is unusual for me. I must have just not put as much, well, probably just didn't put enough paint on. What's the other side like? Corn. Oh, not too bad actually. I'll remind you, my air compressor is oil free, so this shouldn't be an issue. Not close enough. Yeah, sandpaper off the floor. That's a great idea, isn't it? Let's just rub that on our paint. What could possibly go wrong? So this is the one that gathered all the soft paints the other day. What did I say? 10 bar? 8 bar, 8 bar. What's that? That's 115 psi, something like that. I think something like that seems very high. What does it max out at if I turn it right up? Okay, about 10 bar. That makes sense. I didn't think it was any higher than that. So that's about 100 and... That's back to 8 bar. That's about 115 or something, I think. I'm remembering off old bicycle tyres that said inflate to 7 to 10 bar or 100 to 140 psi. So I guess 1 bar is about 14 psi. I'm going to leave that on. Eight of which would be 80 plus 32, so 112 psi. Which would put 7 bar closer to 98 rather than 100 psi, but we'll not quibble over two psi's. Right, this is the rear face. There's going to be stuff mounted here. You are going to struggle to see this area. Does that mean that I should be lazy? No. Does it mean I'm going to be lazy? Probably. Probably. I want to get some big base wet leg in my Volvo, man. I can always give this another go when I know better what I'm doing. Just checking who that is. I think we're okay. It's not this guy across here anyway, so I don't think I'm in the way. It'd be nice if the corners looked good. The corners are not going to look good. Yeah. Should have spent more time sanding the MDF sealer. Oh, and I'm getting major reaction just here. Do I care about that? Am I caring? I suppose I care a bit. Enough to break into a fresh sanding disc anyway. If I was being more conscientious, this would go right back probably to the MDF sealer, because I think this cracking actually occurred in the primer as well. In fact, I'm down to the black primer and I can still see the crack. I'm not taking off in there, even though I can see the crack there. I'm hoping that all the reaction has taken place now. It's reacted with at least 2 coats of paint and or primer. Fingers crossed it's spent chemically. Maybe I'll go a little bit in here. Just a little gentle rub. Okay, starting to come through the black primer now to the high fill primer that's underneath. High build, I should say. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything on there. It's sat around in my dining room for a long time, this thing. At various stages. It's been vulnerable to all manner of goings on. Yeah, the same lesson that has to be learned over and over again. Don't be tight with your sandpaper. If you want it to do a good job and it's not doing a good job, get a fresh bit. Assuming you've got the right grit already. I was just thinking about plastic bottles. There was a time in my life when I had 5 litre bottles. Not this style, the style you see more commonly, and cut off. You could do it with this bottle. Cut off a little corner, scoop there, and you're left with a little tote for carrying stuff. You've got your handle. Don't need the top. And I used to keep spare sandpaper in it. Now, if I left the top and cut my hole just in that face, I could use it as a stand for paintbrushes or something also. We'll play with that idea and see where we get to. Where we're getting to here is not right into the corners. And that's fine. Because, like I said, I've come to the acceptance that it's not going to be great. So the philosophy, I suppose, that I'm putting behind this now is the idea of there's a phrase, isn't there? not letting great be the enemy of good. So originally I wanted this to be great. I wanted to do a really good job, the best I could, so that if anyone ever asked, you know, can you do better than that? I'd say nope, that's the best. The imperfections you see here, that's peak Michael as it stands. As it's ended up, I don't think this is going to be peak Michael. But I'm not doing loads and loads of rework. I'm just not. And I want to get it finished, so I want it good. Don't need it great. And I am a procrastinator by nature, so just getting it done is something of a win sometimes. Add panel wipe to the list of things that I don't have here. It looks grubbier than it is because of the different colours of primer underneath. There's a slight drag there. Is that just where I've been leaning on it? Have I left it greasy? Possible. Oh shit, there's another motorbike. Hey, I'm not in your way, am I? Sound? Alright, cheers. Yamaha XTZ 750 Super Tenere. That's a treat. Is that the 750? Sounds like a twin. Yeah, sounds a bit busy for a single, that. Might just be because it's on choke. Okay, before we paint, I need to put my placeholder screws back.
We just don't want to do it on actually. I'm not sure it's still there. Had a few problems, but nothing major. We've got water in it. I need to get some of that foam flooring in here. Feet are getting cold. Okay. I did. Well, I let down the solution, the paint solution, too much last time. I don't know what I did. Well, no, I do know what I did. I had in mind the 2-to-1 ratio for the activator while I was throwing some thinners in, and realised that I was making a sleepy error too late. Put a load of thinners in. 10% thinners, they say. I'm going to try 0% thinner, see what that does, because it is very cold. Very cold? Does that mean you want more or less thinner? Probably more, so the paint will flow better. Not sure. Maybe I'll try heating it up first. A little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe if I just warm up the gun, take the edge off. Perhaps too warm. Oh, I had the kettle on. Have I not made a tea? There's my cup, and I've left a lot of rubbish out. Oh, good grief. I need to try and do better.
Love a bit of ginger, which is good because it's the only tea bags I've got here. Oh, I was just saying I had cold feet, wasn't I? Ooh, nice. The world's hottest kettle. The only kettle that boils water at about 180 million degrees. Right, can I get my spray gun back together? Will it still spray? Right, paint gun assemblaged. What have I got here? I've got blue paint, thinner and activator, I think. I expected that to be worser than that. Still, don't want to touch it. Not a lot of paint. Not a lot of paint. Will I end up using this stuff? I don't think there's a lot of paint in that either. Well, decision time. What screwdriver am I going to permanently allocate to being the tin opening screwdriver? Do, do, do. Maybe not permanent. I've just realised both microphones are turned on. I expect that's why that one was listening to so much noise. What's the timestamp there? 50 minutes. So have a look at the 50-minute mark and see what that sounded like. Ooh, lovely. I do like this colour. As much as I'm doing a really naff job with it, I do like the colour. We're going to finish it. Let's finish it. So, where are we? 150 millilitres. 150 millilitres. So that means I'm going to take it up to about 225 with activator. I might take it a bit higher than that just because it's so cold. Yes, somewhere between 225 and it's nearly 250. It's not quite 250. Should I put a splash of thinner in? 10% would be 25 mil. That's a shot, isn't it? That's isn't it? A standard pub shot, 25 mil. A dash. If you ask for a lager dash, you get about that much, do you? A tiny bit, a tiny bit. Oh, that looks weird. Is it just weird because it's not stirred in yet? Ooh. I'm not sure about that. And it's just regular thinner, isn't it? I mean, it smells like thinner. Oh, what I should have done is put the thinner, use the thinner to rinse out the last of the paint from my paint tin. That would have been economical. Okay. Got some paint. Got a spray gun. Don't have a hook yet for this spray gun. That's somewhat disturbing. I thought it came with a hook. Not really disturbing. Never mind. Right, we'll throw a little bit of... No, I don't think you like that thinner, do you? Look at you. Is this normal? Maybe you can tell me. So, there we go. It's a metallic paint, or possibly a pearl, I'm not sure. So you do expect to see some patterning in the surface, you know, as the metal flakes gather and pool. I thought I saw evidence of it settling out into weird shapes. Don't know, let's just try it. Stop messing about, just try it. We're going to try a much lower pressure this time. I think I'm going to try it initially on 1 bar. Now this is partly because, actually no, we're on about 1.5 bar there. Okay, when the trigger's pressed, we're sitting at 1 bar. With the trigger not pressed, we're on about 1.5, maybe a little bit more than that. What are you looking at? You're looking at the floor. Let's have you looking up a bit more like that, so you can watch my rubbish spraying. Turn the gas off for double extra security. Right. Yeah, you see it's settled out into... Oh, I can't be bothered moving you again. Just going to put that much in for now. Also, I think you're supposed to take the plug out so that air can, so you don't get an airlock. Try that. Okay, we'll try that. It's not really wetting. Try that. Not put my mask on, have I? Please stay there. I meant to bring eye protection. And I didn't again. Right. Put mask, mask, mask. Mask, mask, mask. Okay. You're my mask top, so let's put you where I'm able to see you all the time. Mask, mask, mask. Must be around here somewhere. I'm sure I've just popped it down somewhere. No. How very perturbing. Oh, there it is. Tucked into a little corner. That's what I thought I was gonna get in trouble for spray painting. And setting the fire alarm off. Okay. Okay. Now, it's going to look like I'm moving really slowly here, which I am, because I've got the paint turned down so slow. Oh, that was a bit too slow. Okay, so I'm moving on to a horizontal. Oh, it's not really wet. I might come back and crisscross the other way. Being on a vertical face now, I'm more worried about runs and drips and sags. Okay. That's not perfect, but it's a massive improvement on what it was. Massive. To the point where, yeah, I'd live with that. Yeah, I'd live with that. That'll be fine. Okay. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're not fully wet there. Same there. You know what? It might have just dried a bit. I'll come back to it if I've got enough paint. So I'm doing the big flat surfaces first. My reasoning being that when I go around and cut in all the edges afterwards, the overspray from cutting in the edges will be onto the big flat panels, so it'll be easy to polish out. That's my theory. Oh, too fast, moving too fast. I could turn it up and move faster, but I'm a bit concerned still about the amount of shit in the air. I might just turn it down on here a little bit. I am trying, honestly, I am trying to overlap my runs by 1/2. I'm just not very good. I can't see very well what I'm doing. Well, I can, but more light would be better. Oh yeah, did I slow it down, didn't I? Oh wow. Oh, you see, I can see that surface getting wet. That makes it a lot easier. Okay, any dry spots left? Okay. Another side to do. How exciting. Oh, I might have gone a bit quick there. It's still a bit dry. Not sure. What does that mean? What does that noise mean? That's an interesting noise. Means you're empty. Fine. So I guess I'm about halfway down my paint now. Ooh, okay.
Okay. Okay. That's that side. I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring you in for a closer look on this one. Yeah. I'm going to bring you in for a closer look so you can see what I can see. I'm going to take this off. Now, from what angle? I think you're better off looking at it from down low, so we can try and get some reflection off the lights, off the big lights. You're locked. Okay. You're not really looking up yet. Okay. Will you hold? Okay, let's see. Oh, I can't do both at once. Okay, I've no idea how this is going to look to you, but we'll try that, see how that goes. Quick slurp of ginger tea. Yum yum yum. Right. Okay. How are we looking? You're looking okay. Oh, sort of lost my rhythm a little bit. How fast was I going before? Oh, a bit dry. Okay. Okay. Oh no, oh what was that? I paused, I hesitated, I rushed, I stopped. Rubbish. So I'm starting spraying, not pointing at my item. Because as soon as you hit the button, you'll get a little sputter. And I don't want that sputter leaving spatter. Don't want no sputter spatter. Quit that sputter spatter. Okay. Okay. What happens there? Nothing. Okay. Okay, that was a bit slow in the middle, never mind. Okay, so what I've learned in previous attempts at spray painting is that you need good light. Now I have good light, I don't have great light. I've gone quite heavy there. You can see a sag starting to form. Just going to moisten it. Hopefully it'll settle out. Oh, maybe moistening was not the answer. That's a shame. That's just making life worse. Well, at least you're learning from my mistakes here, maybe. Are you? I'm not sure. Will I sand that out? Probably not. I should though. Oh, look at that, it's there as well. What was the other side actually like? Now I go back and look at it. Yeah, there's a sag forming there. Okay. Yep, just a bit heavy on the paint. Which, in the context of what I'm doing, it means a bit slow on the paint gun. I'd like to go back over that a bit, but I want to make sure I get my edges covered over another time and my internal corners. And this part, the buttress. Hang on, am I actually hitting it? Yeah. That was almost certainly too much paint. Fully expect to see a sag there. Where was the worst sag? This side. The most visible of sides. Anyway. So more lighting for the next job. This is good. This is all a good learning curve. You know what, because this was hand-me-down paint, I don't even really know what it is. There's probably a code on the tin. I probably could get more if I needed to. But I don't need to. I slightly want to, and I probably should, and I ought to. But no, I don't want to. So I probably won't. Oh no, okay, right, fine. Oh, is that too much? I'm just going to watch this to see if I cocked that up. because that could be a good learning moment. Oh, maybe the rest of it's not really wet enough, because that does look lovely and glossy. Yeah, I'm like dancing from one side of the line to the other, too wet and too dry. Never really getting it exactly right. Okay, I wanted to do the front side mostly because this is the rear face. Far less important to me, and I do not have a lot of paint left. I don't know. Thought I'd run dry then. Okay. Okay, that was a stupid idea. Stupid vehicle. Oh, we're getting the noise. It's starting to run out of paint. Yeah, okay. I've just been really rubbish there. I have in the past got away with bringing a run down to the next surface boundary, and then it just disappeared. I was hoping I might be able to do that here, but it's not really a skilled approach. I don't expect this. Well, the skilled approach is not to make a mistake in the first place. Okay. So we'll give that a bit of time to sit. I'll start cleaning stuff out. Oh, there is a tiny amount of paint left. I can't tip this back in because I've added the activator, so I expect that would ruin the paint in long-term storage. What I am not going to do today is repair that run. If I ever do it, chances are it'll be quite some time from now, and certainly after it's been lacquered and polished and everything, and the lacquer's gone hard enough. Maybe, yeah, I'll lacquer the whole thing, and then maybe once it's all dry, as I flat this back, I'm going to take my mask off.
Oh, that's better. Right. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll lacquer it. And then when I come to flat it back with some sandpaper, the lacquer that's on there will stop me from breaking through the paint at either side of the run. I might even throw some primer on there to help with the sanding. But what I'm not going to do, and what I probably ought to do really, is repair it before I lacquer it. Oh, I'm gonna need you again in a minute. Might just open this roller shutter door as well. Okay. What can you see? Not much. I can see I've been here for an hour and a half. That's not a quick hour, that's a long hour. Okay, you can come back over here. Just extend the legs out. Okay. You can have your... Oh, it's getting cold now that door's open. Okay, you've got power back. Let's see. How do we want this? Like that? Like that'll probably do. All we're doing is drinking tea for a little while. Tea drinking Michael. So we'll give this some time to start drying. I think that's been long enough that I can risk putting the heater on without exploding the joints. Oh yeah, gas. There we go. Got the green light on. I think that means it's got the noise reduction switched on. Don't know if that works. Have we tried it yet? Have we tried it yet? Don't know. Okay. Oh, good gracious. There we go. So another thing I don't have here is a sink. Not that this goes down a sink, but I don't have any water to wash anything with, or to wash my hands really after. So what I'm going to be doing, these chemicals are things that you can't just lob outside. I'm going to be taking I'm going to store them up in here. And we do have We do have paint disposal facilities at work. I might see if I can get it in there. Failing that, tip, local recycling centre should be fine. There'll be somewhere for it, I'm sure. But work is the first protocol. Probably shouldn't whistle. That's probably quite cruel to you, isn't it? Yeah, rattle cans. Got those out as disguise the other night, so that people would think I'd just been innocently using spray cans instead of a compressor and spray gun and all the rest of it. Gun, 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 gun. Try and build the temperature back up in here. Okay. Okay, gun's mostly clean. I'm using a different gun for lacquer anyway. Where have I put that? Somewhere foolish, no doubt. Not sure what that's about. You can go straight back in with your sandpaper on. Oh, that's not very good. Maybe not. Okay. Good job. Yeah, those internal corners are absolute garbage. That run looks like a sack of something not very pleasant. That run also is there. It's okay. It's okay. Now, what about that cracking, that reaction? It's still there. can't tell if it's actively affecting this coat or if this coat is just sitting on top of previous cracks. Okay, so there's this stuff. Yeah, a bit of a sag. There are flaws. Lots of them. Oh, annoyingly, these corners are better than the other side. Yeah, okay, fine. Do I have a sharp one? By right, so to have any number of Stanley knives here, but who knows? Who knows where Stanley goes? I do have my Opinel. Oh, maybe not. While I do have more of those bottles, I don't seem to have any empty ones. I do have some empty other type 5 litre bottles at home, so I guess I'll bring those here. Oh, something sticky has just stuck to my thumb and I've got no idea what it is. It's come off that bottle, it's part of the label I think, but it's got a proper grip. Lacquer gun is what I want now. Oh, wait a minute, I know where I put it. I think. Okay, never used this gun. It's the same brand as the other gun. Seems to have the same number of adjusters, although there is a screw on the back. Is that for the stop? We'll leave that alone. Does it say pressures? Max pressure 6 bar. 87 psi for those keeping count. So I'll put it Alright, we're on about 2¼ bar. I've got no idea whether that's going to be good, bad, indifferent. We'll find out. It's all a learning curve. Need to pick up some more pots at some point. Okay. Let's measure out some lacquer. Here we go. Gonna be real honest with you right now. Not quite sure what proportions to mix this in. I'm going to assume it's the same as paint. Not going to check, of course. And I'm going to mix it about 2 parts lacquer to 1 part hardener. It's a different hardener. It's not the same hardener as the paint. So presumably chemically the reaction is a different reaction that's happening. I don't know. But yeah, it's a different hardener, but I'm going to carry on and use the same proportions if I can ever get into this bottle. Yeah, okay. Right, so what did I have? About 250 millilitres of fluid in my gun last time, and that gave me one decent thick, I would say, coat of paint. If I'm doing lacquer now, I'm going to do 2 to 1. $300 lacquer for a 450 total. Try and get 2 coats on. Mind you, lacquer goes on a lot thinner, doesn't it? It wants to be thin. Alright. I'm gonna go with, yeah, the same again, about 150 lacquer and about 75 thinner. Oh, the lacquer's thick before it's thinned down. Taken a long time to get through the filter. Right, let's see where that leaves us. It's going to take a minute for a swig of tea. Oh, I don't need you. I thought I was going to need you, but no. We'll bring a Stanley for that. Oh yeah, that's about 150. Still dribbling a bit, but there's almost nothing left in the funnel. So now I want some hardener. Yeah, we're gonna go 2 to 1. Or because it's cold, shall I put a bit more in? Ooh. You know what? It doesn't actually matter if I fail at this, so we're going to try more. We're going to go from 150 of just lacquer to 250, let's say, with the hardener. And I may massively regret this, but we'll find out. Okay, I think we're about there. Again, it's slow flowing. 150, 250. You know what? I'm feeling devilish. We're going to try and get it up to 300. We're going to do a 50-50. It's probably terrible news. And it's probably all going to go horribly wrong. It's probably going to set up rock hard inside the gun and cause me no end of nightmares. Would I throw away the gun if that happened? No, I'd just soak it in thinners probably. Right, we're not quite at 300. We're a little bit shy. Maybe around 290, something like that. I need a fresh stirrer. Yeah, for some reason I thought stocking up on wooden spoons was the thing. Not quite sure what brought me to that conclusion. But there you go. Right, oh, good grief. That is way too thick for spraying. So let's dump a little bit thinner in. That's taken us up to 350 in total quantity. That does not look right. That does not look right. It looks kind of cloudy, which I didn't expect. I wonder if that lacquer has been open. I wonder if it was already starting to go. Let's warm it up a little bit. It's clearing up, but there's loads of bubbles in it. Oh, that's very hot. Fun with that for a heater, isn't it? Okay, that's loads of lacquer. That's probably far more than I need. So this is going to be harder to see probably because, you know, it's see-through. What am I doing wrong today? Well, not fixing the problems with my paint before I start. Not letting the paint fully dry before lacquering. We'll see how it goes. Never been used before. I'm not even going to clean it. Going to see what happens when you pull a gun out of the box. Oh, so you can open that tap more. Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Should have left it running just a small amount of air. I adjusted the paint. Right, well, we're on lacquer now. I'm going to put somewhere near half of this in. What's left in there? Oh, silly boy. Okay. Right, science, everyone. Let's have a look. Right. Gonna knock that down a bit. So that's now about 1.5 bar when the tap's closed. Okay. Not sure what I thought I was proving there. Yeah, I think we're ready. Nothing. Nothing.